All right, happy weekend, Friday. Friday, no better way to start than with Barry Sanders. Officially the weekend. Oh my goodness. Dude was the best running back. He was so fun to watch. Is he the best? Maybe. I mean, maybe not. That's arguably, but you can't argue how fun to watch he was. I mean, just incredible. Humble, act like he's scored, act like you've been there. That's his motto in the end zone. He's not no showboating for him. All business. And him and Randy Moss are probably, I'm trying to think if there's a guy in the league right now. I mean, in my whole life, it's been basically him and Randy. It's probably my two favorite players to watch. I mean, I'm a Raider fan. There's many Raiders I could go over. Tim Brown, Charlie Gardner was good for us in the playoffs. Didn't have a long stint with us. Rich Gannon didn't have a long stint with us. Great. But as far as just NFL, on the offensive side of the ball, Paul Amalu would be up there on the defensive side. Really fun to watch. I really enjoy watching TJ Watt. TJ Watt, I'm sure it's maybe recency bias, but it feels like TJ Watt, as high and great as JJ Watt is, TJ Watt might even be better. If he's not, and JJ Watt's a game changer too, but if TJ Watt's out, don't bet on the Steelers. I mean, he completely changes the defense, the game. He's a game changer. Let's see. We got 29 here early. We've been going. If just started. What's up, Collector Charles? What's up, Greek Okie? Kunk City, Mike Petty? Hey now, carddeal.com. Shaka's Claus. I have a couple things. We're going to look at some of your videos or just some of your channels, give you some love. Spurs Cards 21 is in this guy is in every live I ever go to, and I'm looking at and seeing and doing some research. This guy's all over the place. I love it. And he has, did I get off it? Oh no, I don't want to go there. God damn it. All right. Well, you see can I get off my messages? No. Oh, we are off the messages. Get out of here. Stop it. Fanatics Collect, my favorite guy. I wasn't planning on doing that. This was set to Spurs Cards 21, but Fanatics, oh my God. They just keep doing this. They just keep throwing this stuff. All this on the social media time after time. I've never seen anything like this. Fanatics collects many early 2000 games leaned on tropical beach settings. Did they post this to the wrong account? This doesn't make sense. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. It's always like this. I've never seen anything like that. That's very interesting. It's always like this. Here's a Barbie one, I guess. But it's all about collectibles. Are they trying to say video games are collectible? I didn't understand that. Sorry. Little lost. We were supposed to be on Spurs Cards. Can we search for him? I want to start a little different. I have some things to say here. But look at this collection. Speak of the beach. Don West. Oh, that ain't no Don West. But yeah, great Tim Duncan collection. He says he's trying to collect every Tim Duncan there is. And based off this, when I saw this is what inspired me to make the video. I'm like, man, I kind of want to highlight this channel. Hey, why don't I highlight some of the other guys? Or let's take a look at their channels. But yeah, this is quite a Tim Duncan collection. I mean, you could just keep scrolling. Scroll. Okay, let's start this way. Humans, let's be kind first. Let's give us a break. Humans are bad at math. Furthermore, Americans are really bad at math. So let's just take a look. The average American's math skills often align with 6th grade level. 2020 survey indicated, and some happen this competency test, which is for adults, program for the International Assessment of Adult Competencies. This is the status quo. What do I want to call assessment to use? This is some truth here. This is what they use across the world. They did it in 2023. It was done in 2018. I think it was supposed to be done in 2023. 2020 COVID hit, so they delayed it. It's supposed to be done, I think, every 3 years. Only 9% of American adults were found to be proficient at math. Let's just say that one more time. Only 9% of adults were found to be proficient at math. That is rough. And that's not wrong.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Poor Joe Biden. Poor Joe Biden. The findings of the 2023 administration of the, why am I saying this, by the way? If math is not our strong suit, and gambling is becoming what they say an epidemic, it's really easy to manipulate people with numbers when they're not good at math. It really easy. The findings from the 2023 administration of the program of international assessment, shows that 16 to 65-year-olds literacy scores declined by 12 points from 2017 to 2023. The numeracy scores fell by 7 points. And it's not like in 2017 where we were exactly killing math at that time. Of the 31 countries and economies in the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development that participated, some saw scores drop in the past 6 years, while others improved or held consistent. The United States doesn't compare favorably to other countries. The country ranks in the middle of the pack in literacy and below international average in math. Then we look at our U.S. high school seniors. Reading and math scores plummet. The average reading and math score of American high school seniors fell to the lowest level in 2 decades. Not exactly like we were killing it the prior 2 decades. I don't want to focus on the students. I want to focus on adults. Now, high school seniors are, going to be freshly adult. They're coming into the world. But let's just focus on this. The average American math skill often aligns with 6th grade level. And I went ahead and I took a few 5th grade standards. 5/8 divided by 4/7. If I'm not insulting or challenging anyone in the chat or live, I'm going to make a wild guess and say, yeah, 6th grade level math for the average American sounds about right. And when it comes to numbers, it's very easy to be manipulated or not have number sense or not understand what exactly is going on, because if you're dealing with someone with the 6th grade math equivalency and someone with a college math, and I'm not saying me, I could not go into a lot of college math courses and pass with flying colors. I'd have to study my ass off. Let's just say a high school math course. The point, if you have someone that's good at math, the 9% of Americans, they can, and they're scoring at a 13th, 14th, 15th grade, above 12th grade. And then the average American is a 6th grade math. Well, there's some room for some fishy stuff to happen. So I just want to throw it out there that Americans, this is 5th grade. Maybe you can do this. I don't want to say hopefully. The point is not to make anyone feel a certain way. The point is to say that I think it's absolutely true that the average American's math score, according to the tests, is 6th grade math. So very easy with gambling, breaks, overprinting, serial number, pop counts. Very easy to not understand. Very easy to be manipulated. Very easy not to think about it. People don't want to think about math. People just want they don't want it, but the math does not support any of it. The math, when I say something how I feel, normally the math is on my side, including view counts to comments or subscribers to views. These are ratios, they're numbers. Anyways. So this is a comment, just so you understand. People, Ziggy, people are blowing smoke. People are kissing your ass. I read these. I read every single one of my comments. If you've commented, I've probably liked and loved the damn comment. I read every comment, good or bad. People say that might be dumb. Whatever. And I read the negative ones. Isn't your channel just repetitive? You're complaining about a hobby. First of all, this ain't what I'm complaining about, has nothing to do with a hobby. It has to do with corporate America coming in and taking over. Let's be fair. This guy wanted me to write a love letter to him. He wrote me 3 more things. I specifically said I will comment to every single one of these things on the video. I'm not running away. I'm open, and you could call in. Anyone could call in at any time, and on the spur of the moment, without any thought, any processing, I'm going to have a conversation with you. Because I'm open, I'm honest, I'm genuine, and I don't have to hide my anything. It's all open book. I don't understand your criteria for who creates. Oh, first of all, let's just check, is my content repetitive? Let's see what I've done the past few months. So this arena club scam was 3 months ago, about the time the channel really started lifting off. That's not a repeatable video. I did do a follow-up because after I made the video with 17,000 views, someone commented saying Jim Rome pulled the Jordan, and that needed to be said. So sure, one video with a follow-up. I showed you an arrest at the... Was it the... Oh, God, it's been a long day, long week. Let me just say long. Front Row Card Show in LA. I don't think it was a Front Row Card Show. Now I can't remember. Arrest, Fanatics Fest. I cover Fanatics Fest. I show you loaded boxes and CT scanners. This awesome. I thought this was fun. I need to make another one of these coming up. The body cam sports card video. I have breakers caught stealing. I put out a video on did sports card radio get paid off? I inform people about fake slabs. I talked about the $350 million sports memorabilia scam. I covered the most underrated prices in sports cards. None of my videos are just on repeat. None. The Ken Golden, Magic Johnson, all sellers, no buyers. Numbers are crashing. You're going to say, oh, it's negative. Here's the crashes here. 5 modern players to hold. If I just put 2 cards on the thumbnail and said, these cards are good. I think these cards will do well. It wouldn't give views. So sure, you could say, hey, that thumbnail looks so negative. Well, learn YouTube. Yes, I talked about counterfeit cards. I actually bought cards from China and showed them in that video. Fakes of Joker, John Cena. I can't repeat that video. I did what I needed to do. I waited 3 months to make that video. It took forever. From what did I buy them from? Not Alibaba, not Temu. I can't think of the damn site. What was the site? AliExpress. No, not exactly Express. 3 months. We did a video on the $13 million card sale. I interviewed Chris Sewell. I put out a video between Run Good Life and Pac-Man. Market manipulation. So maybe you say, oh, it's all trending negative. Well, I don't exactly think roses of the hobby right now. I made a video of why I love cards. Look at those Batman set. God, I love those Batman cards. Oh, I love those Batman cards. I made a video about a toy. And by the way, if you have not seen that video, the whole second half of that video is on Josh Luber. It's only 8 minutes. Damn, that movie. Oh, that's not even the right video. This is the video. It's not 8 minutes, 14 minutes. The whole second half's on Josh Luber. I think something I want to do in some of my videos is Josh Luber is highly influential in sports cards. It's not. I didn't say any trash. I think he's a smart guy. Do I think he's so smart he might be manipulating people with numbers, the general public. I don't think he's stupid. I also think he's a little out of touch with what sells. I think he's number one. He's smart, but he's a little out of touch with the public on what they want. They don't want that toy. The toys are a joke. No doubt, Orlando. No doubt. No, that's true. Man, that's true. But the more the point is, holy cow, we got a friend of the channel on. You're right. Maybe I don't need to defend myself, but I feel like, hey, why not at least... I have nothing to not say to back it. I think he's just talking trash, but you are right. Let's put him on. Mike Petty, good to finally meet you. How you doing? Oh, he's not there. Hold on. Where'd he go? Unbelievable. Why is he not there? I added him. Remove. Well, he was there. Then his thing went black. I saw his picture, his photo. He's there, but it's not on me. When I removed him, he's still on black, like that. I'm not sure what happened. I saw. Oh, there he is again. Let's put him back. Hey now, good to
wish
find.
I could see. I can't see. How are you there, Professor? What's up there, Rubberneck?
Hey, bro, good to finally put a face to the comments.
Yeah, you too. Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. Why? What inspired you to call in?
Well, you put my face on a thumbnail. I never call in because I just don't. If you don't have the time to schedule me, then I usually don't bother. But for you, I'd make an exception.
Hey, all right. Well, maybe we should turn this into a longer talk. But Petty, I hear you have quite the collection.
It's okay.
I like the modesty. You live I was born in LA. You live in that neck of the woods, I think.
I don't know
why
I'm
up there.
Trouble with my audio here, so I'll keep my earpiece in. I think it's just working off the microphone here. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What did you say?
No, did you grow up in the LA area?
Yeah, I've been out here my entire life in the San Fernando Valley.
How long have you been collecting cards?
Well, I've been collecting for a good 15 years without interruption. And before that, I collected when I was a kid back in the 1970s. And I've been a baseball fan since the late 60s, going to Dodger games and watching it and stuff, just becoming a passionate fan. And that's how I basically got into baseball cards,
Okay, I have a jump. Let's jump ahead real quick. I think you're a little card famous from being great commenter on Sports Card Radio. Now you're watching these, so you must have some issues with the hobby yourself.
Oh, are you? I mean, nobody's been more outspoken about it than I have. I mean, I've been on YouTube for 15 years, and from the just watching shit that was going on during the pandemic and everybody coming out of the woodwork was just kind of laughable.
What gets under your skin the most right now?
Pretty much everything.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, the mystery packs, the breaks, and just people that are just so easily taken away from their money. It's just so funny. It's hard. It's really hard to believe that it's that easy of a grift for some of these people.
And one of the people is calling in right now, by the way. So maybe he could defend himself. But I'm also I'm going to put Gio on, but you're stealing my first meeting with Mike Petty.
Yeah.
Petty, is it okay?
So it's funny, at the National, we were at the same party, at the dinner party. I think it was like the Friday night. We all grouped around at the very end and took a picture. And I was a guest of Ash, one of the dealers. And the next day I go on Facebook and I see the picture on there. And the picture of me, I'm way in the back and all my friends, but with this hand around Ash is you. And I'm going like, how the hell was this?
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I was at that party.
Oh, no way.
About 20 of us YouTubers there. I never saw you, or else I would or didn't recognize you, but it was just funny that out of all, that there you are with Ash, the guy that we're there with, and you have your arm around him like you've known him forever. I spend a fortune with that guy.
I know his good buddy. And that's how, that was a very chill. I enjoyed that. It was very low key.
Yeah, it was great. I really
Gio was here. Gio heard me say I stole his thing. I don't know. Gio, call back. Come on now. Let's get you versus
I want with Gio. We can hash out. I wanted to congratulate him on his Hall of Fame Jackass Award.
Where's Gio? Gio, you got to call back. He left. Damn it.
From earlier this year. I don't know, because you obviously didn't see the Hobby Palooza.
What is the Hobby Palooza?
The Hobby Palooza on the Four Corners Network, or the Four Collectors. They do the last couple of years. They just do like 15 hours of shows on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for charity.
How the hell do you spell Palooza?
I think it's like Palooza, like Paloozy, Hobby Paloozy. And
there it is.
Ratings on that. And you put me on here as far as like there it is, The Odd Couple. That was my show with Tony, and that's a great channel. That's a guy you should be shouting out, the Southern Collector channel. But
Interesting.
that's where Gio got elected. He was the first one in the Jackass Hall of Fame, and followed right up by Wilson.
Damn it! Did Gio leave because I talked trash or because you're here?
Probably
Did he
because no, he would love to talk to me.
I would love him to call back. I think you.
Wants to
Yeah.
work on a new $15 million app that he can burn through in like 6 months.
Oh, we need this. Gio, come back. Come on.
Back, Breaker Boy.
Breaker Boy. Oh, you got to call in one day, Petty.
Well,
You got to call. When he's here, you need to call in.
I've been a fan of his for 5 years on his Sports Card Nonsense podcast before he was on YouTube. And,
Same.
and I always appreciate his takes. I could care less about almost anything he talks about because it's all bullshit. Excuse me, I got a timer going on.
Oh, perfect timing. Gio, welcome to the show.
Are these this is what the show is now? Just your lazy takes of
lazy
reviewing your past 20
Do you know how much
videos? Every one of your videos, by the way, you do the same thing, and then you go back and read the title. When if you go back and watch the video, you dummy, it's like 3 seconds of you talking about that title. That all you do is whine about creators. Oh, it's pathetic. You are sorry.
That's not all
your
I
math
do.
skills
That is not all I do. I'm on. Oh my god!
Regurgitated garb. Oh,
you're just coming on to troll. You're coming on to
regurgitated trash. Oh, guys, if I just talked about cards every time, nobody would watch. If I just put cards up, how many times are you going to use the same stupid analogy? No one's saying put cards up.
It's true.
It's been true forever. No one says do that. You're terrible. What a lazy take this is. Just lazy take.
What I want to say, I'm just going to, you need to hire me for your social media. You need to do whoever the hell
I
you have
couldn't
for
hire
social
you.
media.
No, if you make money in the hobby, you're the devil. I couldn't hire you. You could do it for free. You come on here and whine about being underpaid.
But you don't be an obvious shill for Fanatics when you want to kiss Ruben's ball sack so you can get allotment to the fucking Tops bank.
Coming from someone who looks like a literal ball sack, it's hilarious.
Oh, hey, come on. That's
keep
it easy.
I'm going to be off. If you don't take this bald fuck off the air right now, I'm off. Talk to Gio.
Charles. Oh, yeah, Charles. There goes.
You're a fucking moron.
I didn't realize.
Is that Mike? Is that actually Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, I never talked to Mike. What's up,
Charles?
man?
I had to go. You had to go. Yeah, Petty's here. Petty's here.
Agreeing with that asshole.
I thought you were talking about Gio. I was like, oh shit.
No, I have great hair. Mike knows I have great hair.
Yeah,
he would
true.
never say that.
From a guy with no hair, I understand.
That's correct.
I know a good piece. I know some good hair.
I have the respect for Gio and he's a hustler. I appreciate that. He's just not my type of hustler. I mean, he's a get rich quicker. He wants to get rich quick, and I can appreciate that. I just don't like people. I got rich. Oh, that's all.
Say it again.
I didn't fuck one person along the way.
Who did I, Mike?
Right?
Mike. Who?
That's all.
Who did I though? I do want to. I'm open to the criticism. Who did I take advantage of?
No, I just think that every one of your customers you're taking advantage of.
Hey, that's what was in my head.
The breaking.
Yeah.
No, I'm good with that. I have no issue. If people think breaking's a scam, I don't ever try to justify it.
But you'll keep doing it. I mean,
because I don't think it's an issue.
You told yourself that it's fine and that it's acceptable. But I mean, as a man and somebody who's been in business and had their own business for 25 years, and I've worked for many companies, I personally wouldn't do it because it's an integrity thing for me. Because I think it's just, I mean, you would have to be a legal fucking moron. You are stealing money from these people.
See, now you're confusing though, Mike. Here's the thing. I don't mind criticism. Don't be dramatic about it. I'll sit here and take the criticism. You don't like it. Jason doesn't like it. The customers I have who've been with me for 10 years, we enjoy it. We do it. So what?
Okay.
You wouldn't do it. No problem. I don't care. I have other businesses too. But I mean,
because I work too hard for my money. I mean, they must have billions of dollars to be spending that kind of money.
Because so what does it matter to you if they do?
I know what I have. Sure. And I could light $100 bills on fire, Gio. But I mean,
I'm not gonna sit here and do the bank comparison. I'm not gonna do that.
Let me ask a question, Gio.
I spent $100 on a break when I could literally light a $100 bill right now.
But what about some sort of like regular, if you were going to say it is kind of gambling, shouldn't it have some more structure? I mean, it's kind of blown up really fast. And so if it's going to stay this way, maybe the argument is there should be some better structures in place.
I say that all the time, though. See, again, this is why I don't take offense to the breaker thing, because breakers have ruined it. I take offense to the way I do business and have always done it. That's the difference.
There's a lot of bad breakers also.
100%. You ever hear me disagree with that? Never.
And so
I think
would
you're
you,
totally
I
correct.
mean, do you think it will evolve to where finally there's some sort of structure regulation, or it's just going to be this?
Do I
This is what
think it
it
will?
is.
I don't. I think it's gonna come down to the platforms, and they will regulate as they see fit. But I don't know why they would need to be regulated.
Great job now with fucking why not? I mean, first of all, you can't even see the damn cards. On
Which one?
Why not?
What not? What not?
Oh,
Or why? Oh yeah.
well, why not as well? No, I don't.
Why?
Again, Mike, I don't disagree.
I mean, it would be great. I would love to shop that way if I could see the goddamn cards. But I mean, all I can do is put it on a 40-inch screen, and I can only see that much of the card with writing. If I take the writing off, I mean, and they show it for a second. I mean, what kind of bullshit is that?
So again, it's just not for you. I don't do that, by the way, but it's not for
me.
you.
Why would it be for anybody?
But what do you care?
No.
But what do you care?
Well, it ruined everything.
It didn't ruin anything. So
They
again,
are-
you guys
Oh,
don't
come
like it because you guys don't
Seven?
like
No, but $750 for a box of Disney Topps Chrome because it has everyone needs a huge Tom Hanks auto, and eventually
you don't like the
it's not I don't
product.
like it. I would have I would have loved. Hey, if it's $150, some cool product, but we're priced out because of the
Okay,
gambling.
well, that's
the
that is
chase.
the
There's
that's the
some
market.
slot machine.
Millionaire, and I'm fucking priced out. Who the
Oh,
fuck
hey,
buying that?
hey,
I mean, hey, again, you want to keep doing the money thing. I don't sing and dance
Eddie's
for money,
bringing the
bud.
fire.
I'm trying to deal with you. I'm telling you, I have an 8-figure bank account, and I can't afford to spend money in a fucking break. Why
Yeah,
would I?
again, just being
Why
dramatic. You
would I?
But
you
this is
don't
the
like.
frustration from
So
some
this
people.
is the frustration
This is
here
the
is
frustration
you
from some
take
people.
something you don't like and you can't have a rational thought in your head that other people like it, so you don't. Who
Well,
cares?
that's
You
not
let
true.
them
But
do
Jay, let me.
I would rather put the money into gold. I would rather put it
do
in
it.
Exactly.
I'd
So
rather
do it.
the stock market.
So
I'd rather
do it.
pay
So
my
hold on,
house
Gio.
off.
I do want
Fuck
to.
car. I'd
So
rather
do
take
it.
a shit on the fucking $500 than to give it to a fucking moron that's running a damn break.
So do it. No one is telling you to do it.
But-
Great.
but
Good
I
for
mean,
you.
it's not a
Same.
popular opinion.
No, it is. I think it's the right opinion. People don't know. People are.
There is,
People
first of all, there's no
ways.
such. Again, there's another thing. There's no such thing as a right opinion. It is just you guys'
But
opinion.
let me give my opinion where I differ a little with you. Is it's the manufacturers got greedy. You guys are their distribution. I'd love to go buy Wemby cards. There's no point. It's all over. There's so many of them. Who knows what's going to be the big one in 20 years? Like there's no reason for me to buy modern product because there's so much. It all looks the same. It's overprinted, done every year. And so that to me is where it breaks my heart. You know, it took something, and
So go back and
luckily
buy
we
what
still
you
have
like.
vintage. Absolutely. But
Fantastic.
it doesn't mean I can't expose some of the things I think are a bit dirty or talk about some of the
Absolutely,
things.
you can. My pushback is always the same, though, with you, Jason, and with Mike. It's when you guys don't agree with something, you then categorize it as wrong. My thing is, there's things I don't agree with either. I know, like the 5-second auction that Mike talked about, I think that's a total scam on whatnot. Me and Mike totally agree. It's 5 seconds. There's shill bidders in the audience. It gets a crazy promoted price. It's way over. Do I like it? No. Do I think it's bad for the hobby? Yes.
So how do we
So
fix
what?
it?
We don't. A ton of people enjoy it. You're not going to
A
fix
ton
that.
of people.
Yeah, look at the rooms. There's thousands of people concurrently in all those
I
rooms.
go to
Yes.
the rooms. There's like 20 people, 40 people.
You are going to run out of customers, my friend.
I agree.
When?
I
There are
agree.
First of all-
idiots. There are only so many idiots out there. You are cycling.
Hey,
through-
Mike,
Yeah.
I got 2 minutes left. I have a serious question. Mike, serious question for you. When is that going to happen with casinos then?
Oh, you're not a casino.
It's
I'm not. No, hang on. You
It's
can't sit there and
Vegas.
whine about us.
How
You
crowded
can't-
are the casinos in Vegas? And nobody was a bigger player in Vegas than me from 1982 to 1992.
So
And
you left. Has the business
go
model
back.
been hurting?
I lived
Yeah, but
from there. I'll never go back there again.
they're not
the point
not
is
all gambling is the same. Not all gambling. People throw dice in their kitchen. Not everyone's like, you can't just say because it's gambling, it's a casino. Horse racing is not doing very well, and it was once thriving.
Go through bankruptcy. They've got to
I'm
lose.
not-
all.
my
They've
point
gotta get
is-
divorced. They've got to be at their lowest point and be fucking eating dog food out of the.
My point is there are plenty of things that are not good long term, and you always go back to that same thing, Jay, and I'm sure Mike has the same thinking. Eventually, you'll run out of customers. You just said that, right? My question is always look at all of these other things that are inherently bad and do not run out of customers. Again, I don't even enjoy it. I don't like that style of breaking, the whole repack breaks where guys hype up hits and there's no actual return. I don't disagree. but we are not in the majority right now in the hobby. You're just not, and that's okay. I understand that. You guys just want to sit here and yell about it. Great.
I appreciate what you're saying. And
because Mike, quite frankly, Mike, you and I don't disagree on a ton of stuff here. Like the style of breaks you absolutely hate, I probably hate too. You don't like any breaking. No problem. Fine. I'm just saying there's a very clear distinction, and Jason has seen this when he came in my room the one night he did. It is a different atmosphere than me trying to hawk crap teams or garbage value cards. You don't like the whole model? No problem.
It's a bad product also. It's just a bad product. It's not a winning
Again, that's
product.
your opinion. Yeah, again, it's opinion.
I mean, going all
you can look at numbers.
Spending all your money on it. If you're a card collector, you should be spreading your money out a little bit. I mean, everybody's heard don't put your eggs in one basket.
Sure.
And then you know that. You don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Correct. But if people decide they want to do that, in vast droves of people want to do that, why should I let that affect? So what? I guess I just think you guys get so caught up with what other people do with their money.
Because I have feelings for other human beings.
Also, I'm out. Now I've been priced out.
I care about people. And like, Charles, who I didn't want to have on the screen with us right now, and who I'm really upset at. I mean, that guy's only been collecting for 3 months. I've never been pissed like at a guy in a chat ever in my life in 15 years. But if you're going to be a dick and you're going to start pissing people off in chat and you want to just be a moron, and when all I'm trying to do is help, like literally, when I'm in chat, I am literally trying to keep it real. And as you know, you may or may not know, I mean, I'm sure you don't know that I'm a Hall of Fame YouTube
commenter.
Oh, trust me, I know. I know. I respect my elders. I know the resume.
Okay, well then, how did you feel about being anointed jackass in the Hobby Palooza?
Oh,
unadmitted. I mean, I thought you.
Hey, when I do something, I go all. Here's the thing: I didn't get a chance to make my acceptance speech then. I'd like to make it now. I set out when I'm going to do something, Mike, I go for the crown. This is what I do. I'm not like these guys that go in halfway.
Shut your damn mouth.
I go for it. That's why I've taken over Jason's channel. There's a reason their ratings are way higher when I'm here.
We got 120. Now we got 70.
Jason's spewing the same thing and reading his old highlights. If Jason left right now, the Mike and Mike show, this thing would kill. I'm just saying, Mike and Mike would kill. Get Jason out of here. Me and Mike are taking home the gold. That's all.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
If you go out and you get yourself a snooze fest with the white man can't jump guy and Danny Black and your new nonsense show, and you guys have
he's right. Hey, he's right. Oh, Petty's right here.
I like the guy. I like the new guy. I think it's Joe.
Joe? Joe's great.
Jesse built a good camaraderie with your show, and I love Danny. Sure. I mean, I'm a big follower of his when he was with the Menches, and he'll put people to sleep, but.
Exactly. By the way, Mike, I agree with what you just said.
Little trio does not work as far as like.
It works for us. It does great on our YouTube channel. We have a small YouTube. It's doing good. We're happy with it, and I have fun doing it.
As long as you're happy with it.
I mean, however, great is an exaggeration,
Mike. But just to be clear, you are spot on, and Danny knows that. My thinking there was Joe knows more about actual sports than anybody I know. I know more about the hobby than both of them, I think. And Danny is a totally snooze fest type. I think it's a good. I just think it's a good, different thing you don't see everywhere.
I mean,
that's why we do it.
I see your point. I mean, because you don't need a guy like me in there to route.
No,
you've got
It's just different.
And your takes are generally good. The only time I think that I'd say where you lost me is with the fest on your little 3-minute rant when I saw this a disingenuous look in your eye.
Which one, Mike? Say it again. I'm sorry.
This was like about 3 months ago. I think you were talking after you got done with FanFest, and you were obviously all hopped up about it and had a great time, and it was much better than the last one, of course. But of course, they lost twice as much money, but you don't care about that.
Yep, so not my money. Don't care. I thought the experience was better.
But the experience was better for you, so all that was good. But then what you came out and said after that was, if I have my chance to go to this or the National, I'm
one or the other.
Going to the FanFest. It was so much fun. I mean,
but
you're hugging with Brady and you're bombing on. I mean,
with the camera following him around.
But
it
just appeared to me, if you weren't a breaker and you weren't reliant on them on Fanatics to get your allotment, I just thought that the take. When you're comparing it to the National, when it's really nothing like the National. The National is a card show.
Fair.
It had some.
So, Mike, let me just add this. The only thing I would add is the context of that was in my situation. Again, different from the average collector, right? I mean, I make money in the hobby. It's a profession for me. We have the business. For me, if I have to do one or the other, it's Fanatics Fest. I had fun there. The card. So for me, and I mean that, like they're not.
I don't blame you.
But as a card show,
celebrities?
as a card. No, because of the business, the amount of business that we get done in that room, that's different. As a card show, though, it's the National. It's not even close. The National is 100 times the card show Fanatics is.
You have to be there because Ruben, you're fucking dick. You got. I mean, he's got
to be there.
Up your ass that you have to talk nice about him. You have to give him.
See, this is another one though. This Mike, don't fall into the lazy take now, because when he comes on, we check. It's lazy because when he comes on. It's a lazy take because every time he comes on, we push him about stuff with legal in the room, and we have to pause recording and make sure we get approval. But he will answer it every time. He will answer the question. There's a reason he only comes on with us because we ask those questions. So again, that's a lazy take. It is a bad take.
A great fucking take, and it's very poignant when you talk about shilling for the. I mean, you cannot be more of a shill by. And you know damn well from the very beginning, this is what was asked of you to put all this shit on social media.
But what about all the times we blast bad product and come after them for how terrible things are when it's bad?
It's all bad. It all bad.
See again.
Why don't you ever say anything about overproduction though?
We do.
Stuff is overprinted.
See, again, this is another lazy take. Why don't you do this? We do. We've been bashing on basketball since they've started printing because it's been terrible and we avoid it. But see, you don't hear that. All you hear is we promote everything.
You guys have a lot of power though.
We've been bashing.
You guys have more power than us.
Correct. We do. And you know why? Because we're reasonable with our takes. Everything's terrible. Not true.
We're all making a lot of money. Reasonable. It's bias.
2025, we've been bashing baseball because it's been brutal and the price has fallen off week after release on all these products. Basketball has been brutal and we've talked about it and warned our consumer base against it. Football, the same thing. On license, you have to be careful. No, we don't crap on everything because I think some of the stuff they do is good. But you two just sit there, everything is terrible. It's a stupid take. Not everything's terrible. You guys are just dramatic.
There's just too much of it.
Okay, so that's one aspect.
Terrible product.
Now, see, again, you go back.
It loses value in the long term. A lot of people lose money.
Here's the same show. I could just go back and listen to your last 37 shows.
Hey, I want to make sure people know.
They know. You say it every time.
They don't know. I keep getting
new subscribers.
Hey, I keep getting a good amount, dozens of new subscribers every day.
Off.
So,
great.
Well, they're also hearing the message for the first time when all you guys are doing something else.
See, you know that's not true, Jay. Now you're playing the mic.
I don't I hate that you guys took a courtyard sponsorship.
I don't care. I do not care. You are making
on your
see.
Side.
You're doing the dance again, Jason. I know your glasses aren't on, so you can't see the lines, but you're moving the goalpost. Nope. You said everything we say is always positive. When every other time we've talked, you know that is not the truth. We are pretty honest about stuff. You know that. You say it every time I'm on here.
Not hard enough. Not honest enough.
You're as honest as you
I don't believe you buying breaks.
I
don't buy in breaks. I always tell you that.
Well, the last time you told me sometimes in an argument.
Occasionally.
Why don't you tell your customers this?
What?
99.5% of the dog shit that you're opening and it is going to be worth pennies.
Again, because again, we're talking about exaggerated number.
It's going to be worth dollars.
It's not. There's so many. They're already
this is the anti-shill thing, though. You guys just say all we do is shill. All you guys do is make the same. If you want to have a real discussion,
we are frustrated.
That's fine.
I don't even care because you can't save people from themselves. That's
sure, but however, Mike, I do think there is accountability on our part. And if I think a product is crap, we stay away from it. We do, and we talk about it on the pod. Hey, basketball, I think is a horrible venture right now. Wait until October and get into it. Topps Chrome baseball, dude. I can't say specific numbers, but we got over 6 figures in actual value day one, right? And we told people, hey, if you wait a week or two, Topps Chrome goes down every year, and this class is terrible. Give it a week or two. If people still want to buy the product, though, then come buy with me. Absolutely. But we are pretty upfront about stuff. So that's why I get irritated when I hear this. Everything's great. You don't do it enough. I think we're pretty reasonable.
Your lane that you're going to, take, and then we have a lane that we're going to take.
And I'm good with that, Mike. Mike, I'm good with that. My only thing is and Jay knows this too. I'll sit here to any criticism, but the criticism that all we do is shill. That's the only thing that gets me fired up. Because if things are bad, we are pretty upfront about it.
There's some shilling that's okay. Well, look, I don't call Jeremy Lee a shill. And he's got advertising all across the street.
Sure.
He's got sponsors, but he does it tactfully. And he brings up tough questions. He brings them all on. He asks them questions. He lets them.
You've seen him ask Ruben tough questions in Mayhem like I have. You've seen that on his show.
No, I haven't seen him ask those.
Yeah, he is a softie.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and compare backbone with Jeremy's a nice guy. I'm not going to sit here and justify.
But he makes a living by it.
Good for him. I don't know if that's true. I don't care. Fine. But we're not going to sit here and say I lob softballs and compare me to that. Absolutely not.
But you also don't ask certain questions I'd love for you to ask.
Like what question, though?
How can we make product that's for the everyday man? How can we?
So you didn't listen. We talk about that every time with how do you balance?
I did listen to a whole. I listened to a whole interview and gave you my feedback.
And you said the interview was pretty good because
it was good. But I don't remember that. I didn't remember it. I don't remember that question.
We talked about how do you balance supply with demand. That's the exact same question, just said more tactfully. I'm also smart.
But the demand is because people have a lot of money. They can afford stupid money.
I'm also smart enough to know though, if I just sit there and take pot shots and crack shots at Ruben and Mayhem, they're not going to come back. Now, does that mean occasionally I have to go a little easier than I would? Yes, 100%, Mike, and you know that. But it also means if I play the game a little bit, I can actually be involved. Like you said, how can we be involved in change? Well, that's why they don't want to deal with people sitting there yelling at them. So what I do is, hey, guys, I've praised 8 products this year, and I've crapped on 3. Well, guess what? We will get calls and emails in response about the 3. Hey, heard that segment. Because I know those guys listen to the pod. What could we do? See, I actually think that is how we have affect change. Crapping on everything is not realistic, and I don't agree. I'm not going to crap on stuff just to crap on it.
Let me throw something out there.
And I got to go. I do have to go, but go ahead.
Okay.
After just a minute.
I'm looking at, in 1990, NBA had 3 products, and then it went to 4, and then it went to 7 and 9. So it's not exactly, I mean, I know we're into now and everyone's now. This has been a problem building up for a very long time. And it does, breakers help escalate it a ton, but this is a problem that, all right. I mean, it's just too much stuff. It's too, and I know my beef is a lot with the manufacturers. You guys get the brunt because you're distribution. You're the people we see. You're the people we could get angry at.
But by the way, I get angry at the same people you guys get angry at. Bad breakers who shill and take advantage of it. I hate because it makes my job. It makes me look like a scumbag just for having the same profession. Same way an LCS that's garbage is bad for good LCSs. And by the way, it's the same thing with people who shill up every product they talk about. That's bad too. Like big microphones in the space. The Jeff Wilsons in the space who shill up everything, like those guys, I get just as irritated as you because then people say, oh, well, Gio's got a big platform. All he does is shill.
Well,
you get lumped in with the idiots.
Also a hobby YouTube jackass Hall of Famer right after you.
But not the top, baby. He's coming. That's right. Yeah, you know what this is, Mike? It looks like Red Sox. You know what that really is? That's a crown, my friend.
But I still love
number one. I like Petty. See, Petty's got some spine to him. Good.
You did hear the awards you won, though, right?
Yeah, dude. When I go for awards, I win them. I don't show up in second place. Yeah, that's the other pushback, by the way. And I am going to leave on this note. That's how I know I'm not the same as the idiot you're referencing, Jason. They don't come on here and do this.
No, you took a lot. You took a lot.
Let me tell you what happens when you criticize those guys. A little cup, you just pour it out, a little puddle on the ground. Not Gio. Just standing here with my crown. Hobby, you're welcome.
Gio, thanks for calling in, man.
I like Petty. Me and Petty are launching an app. Listen, Professional Sports Cards. Professional Sports Cards is your promo code. Saves you 85% on your first break over on the Mike and Mike app. Have a good night.
Go!
Gio, see you soon. Bye.
Gotta give Gio some credit, I tell you. He shows up, says his piece. I thought he'd come on just to be a voice of reason. To calm these guys down a little bit.
Petty went hard, too. Petty didn't shy away.
Petty never shies away. Petty is Petty. I mean, he's real for sure. And, this hobby is for everybody, Petty. I mean, you got all kinds here. And it's a good thing, Gio brings in a lot of people that normally wouldn't be in the hobby if it wasn't for breaking. The problem is
not in a healthy way.
Yeah. But again, that's the problem too, that it turns people off. It turns people away after they lose a lot of money or they see that, it's not really the hobby that they're really getting into. It's more the gambling aspect of it. So, I'm more with Petty on that, but I got to tell you, Gio's doing a good job. He's one of the better guys. He's one of the guys that would tell it like it is. And yeah, he's making money doing it, but can you blame him? I mean, come on. He's a young guy. Petty, you and I are old. I'm almost 70 years old.
I know.
I've been in the hobby, as you know, almost 60 years now as a dealer and everything else that I've done. And, we all got to start somewhere. My concern with it is that, my opinion is that the reason that all the boxes are so expensive is because of the breakers. That's the main reason. If it wasn't for breakers,
you're right.
The prices would be low. But the breakers continue to raise the prices, and then they got to make their money. They got to make their cut. And
the manufacturers are also playing the game because every product has to have. I found out that the V-Friend stuff has a Dana White auto and some other autos. The Disney has the Tom Hanks. Like every product has to have this chase that you like. It's slot machine. So both are they're both playing that game. I feel.
Yeah, but what they got to remember though, Jason, is that the end user to all of these brakes and all of these products is the collector, and they can't drive away the collector, because if they do, who's going to end up buying all these high-priced cards in the long run?
Do you feel they are driving away? Because I do. You see the frustration in Petty.
For every
a lot of them are.
Yeah, they come in, 10 leave. So at some point, you're going to lose this. And the people that go bankrupt and lose it all, and they're putting it on credit cards and everything, you're probably not going to get those guys back. Or you may, they may come back later in life if they're in their mid-20s now, or maybe once, but it takes a long time to dig out of a bankruptcy. Trust me.
Exactly. It's like Vegas. You can go to Vegas, but if you keep losing and losing and losing, you're going to get to a point that you just either you can't go because you got no money, or you go to Gamblers Anonymous, Breakers Anonymous.
No, you should know, Jason, that 2 years ago, I wasn't even on YouTube. I don't have a channel, as you probably noticed. I have a few subscribers.
I searched.
But you searched and you saw my channel there, but there's no subscriber. I don't have any content.
I didn't find much, yeah.
I go on with people who are in the hobby and are making content because I want to support them. And I want to try to, and most of the time, literally, all I'm trying to do is get a rise out of people and make them laugh. Orlando does that. But for a year, he tried to get me to come on. And then after a couple of years ago, I finally came on. And then, the rest is history. So you guys owe it all to Orlando for dragging me out.
Yeah.
And Jeannie becoming the president. That was all done on Sports Card Radio through me. He wouldn't have been even nominated. I was the one that nominated him. He didn't even know what the hell was going on there. They were trying to get me, you should be the president. I'm not being stupid. I don't even have a channel. But like I said, and that's why, I want to just say this last thing about Charles, because I am not going to have any more contact with the guy, really. I just think that he, for a guy who just started out, he really showed absolutely no respect, not only to me, but now I'm just in the chat. I'm just a regular idiot, a nobody. But I think by him popping up on your channel with, call in, the first week, the guy called in every day. And he's a bore. He might be a nice enough guy, but he was literally putting me to sleep. I don't listen to you to be put to sleep. Okay. I have other things that I listen to at night, and you're nice enough. Occasionally you would start putting them on for a minute, and then you'd cut them off. But
I was learning. Yeah, I'm learning.
He was the first guy that I had to block in my chat. And I am so against blocking people because I think it's just stupid. But I literally don't want to. Unless the guy wants to apologize for being a dick, and I'd be happy to because I'm a bigger dick. But I'm not going to say to him because all I was trying to do is help the guy. And if you can't listen to somebody, I pushed
he's new to the hobby, Petty. He's only been doing it for a few years. Come on.
Listen to the people who know more about things in life.
Exactly.
And you will climb above them. I wouldn't have shit but my balls in my hand if I hadn't listened to a handful of friends who had been there before me. Forget collecting. It just happens to be one thing that I'm passionate about, and I'm pretty good at it, despite having lots of room to grow as far as the eye appeal and buying and selling. And look, we all could do better with that. But I haven't lost any money on any cards that I've spent, legitimate money on. Zero. You're not going to catch me putting $20,000 on a card and it going down to 90 cents. like some of this shit out there.
Kyler Murray.
Whatever.
You just got. You gotta
Everybody
wait it out. You gotta wait it out and see what happens. I mean, so these guys, it's all hype, Petty. You know that. You know they.
I know that.
It's like Jeff Wilson,
tell
Bruce
these-
Wilson. He gets everybody hyped up. He gets everybody excited. We got to go for the next big guy coming up. The next one and the next one, and the next one never happens. You know, look at
And
Zion. All these guys get hyped up.
I don't know Charles's situation. You know, if I had a chance to talk to him and ask him, hey, do you own your own home? Great. When will it be paid off? Great. You know, how about your cars? What are they doing? What are you doing with your 401k? How's your earning potential? All these things go into what you're going to do as a collector. If I didn't have a house, or I didn't own my house outright, or I wasn't paying for cars in cash and wasn't established at my age, I wouldn't be buying $20,000 cards. I wouldn't be buying one fucking break.
I also want to say Gio makes it kind of about him, and it's not. Our frustration is not with just Gio. And I know you Ray, but the frustration is every time I go on social media, I see the whatnot being advertised. Every time I put on YouTube, there's some breaker being advertised. Every time it's thrown in this, and it's a bad. I mean, there's many levels to it. And overall, I'm so happy Petty's just as frustrated as me. Petty's, that's why I make the videos, because I'm just as frustrated.
It's frustrating, but Jason, that's how.
Writing comments, and you know, when you had 2,000 subscribers and you'd get 2 views.
I appreciate both of you guys, by the way. Both of you.
But you know, Jason, that's how Fanatics makes their money. They're not going to make their money off of being petty. They're going to make their money off all these other breakers.
But they're greedy.
Of course they're greedy.
They paid a lot of money for those licenses, and that they bought at the top of the market. They're probably just about getting even, if they're lucky.
So they're making money. They're making money, Petty. They're making money hand over fist. They're printing money, basically.
Correct.
Yes,
I mean, come
that's
on.
right. That's right.
Petty, you know,
wait until they start owning all the mystery packs. Wait until they take all those away and they start doing it.
I've been in the printing business for 35 years, and you know how it is. I mean, they're literally printing money. To print a card, it cost them a penny, okay? And they're selling them for, you know, look at the new packs that are coming out. I think it's like $8 per card for the Chrome. I mean, come on. It's like 800% profit.
So Orlando, let me ask you a question. Do you find all this sustainable? Do you think this business model is going to continue to grow and work?
Well, I think so, because the hobby's growing so fast. I mean, the hobby's on fire right now. You got so many people coming in. It's becoming a worldwide hobby. So I do think that there's a lot to go with the hobby. But my biggest concern is that, you know, like Petty says, you know, 8 or 9 of the 10 people that are coming into the hobby today are going to be gone in 5 years.
Yeah,
they've
that's
lost
right.
all their money and they're out. And, you know, my goal is to keep these people in the hobby. And, you know, Fanatics doesn't care about what's going to happen 5, 10 years from now. They're looking at today. What can I do today for the next couple years? You know, but us as a person that's a collector, we want to get the kids involved in collecting cards, loving the hobby, loving the cards themselves, not the gambling aspect of it.
That's right.
And today, it's, you know, it's all about the gambling, all about the hit,
or monetization. How can I? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, well, I'm curious because the two don't align for sustainability. One, it's on fire, but the other, for instance, my brother tried to get 5 years, let's say 3 or 4 years back, all the hype. He's a gambling issue with sports, generally sports, but you know, he bought 4 boxes, hit nothing, and he moved on. He thought, hey, I could gamble my money a better way, not have these boxes lying around of nothing. I don't know what to do with it.
That's probably 4 boxes of cards is probably more than I have in my whole collection.
Oh, really?
I mean, I only have 1,800 cards, 800 graded and 800 raw. So,
Orlando, what's your background in cards?
Well, I've been collecting since I was a kid, and I really never stopped, other than when I went to college.
We'll have Charles on in just a minute. Sorry to interrupt you.
But yeah, I've just been a collector forever. I was a dealer for over 10 years. You know, I've been involved in the hobby for pretty much my entire life, and mostly as a collector and dealer.
You're so much more level-headed than, I mean, this doesn't all bother you, or just no, it's you
well,
just.
I mean, Jason, I've seen it all. You know, I went through the junk wax era. I've been through all of those eras. and stuff. And you see the ups and downs, and it happens today. We're going through the junk slab era right now. And it's going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening until somebody finally realizes that, hey, all these numbered cards are not really that valuable. You know, they're just, it's not organic. You know, they're made to be rare. They're not organically rare. And you know, people are going to eventually realize that. You know, my concern is that, you know, again, we got to keep these guys in the hobby, or everybody is going to lose, even Gio. You know, I mean, you've got to keep the collectors we got. Make sure that if they are breaking, give them a chance to make some money. Give them a chance to do something. But, you know, you can't just be getting into breaks and that's all you do in this hobby, because then you're going to end up losing and you're never going to be a true collector. And without the true collector, you're not going to have anybody being the end user. And the end user is the one that's really the one that's buying all these so-called hits at the end. You know, the guy that collects the Griffey cards is going to hold on to them for years, not the guy that's going to buy that Griffey and move it tomorrow. You know, those guys they're going to come and they're going to go. So it's just a matter of, you know, yeah, we go through these eras and we're going through it again. And I just think that, you know, there's going to get to a point that, you know, in my opinion, 90% of these breakers in the next few years are going to be out. The good breakers are going to stay, because there's always going to be breaking. We're never going to get rid of breaking. But I think that the market is going to regulate itself. I think the
I kind of agree.
It'll be more
wake up and realize what's going on eventually. That's what happens. It happens all the time. People realize
that's how
hey,
business works. The smaller companies won't be able to
era.
hang.
During the junk wax era, everybody was saying, well, I'm going to buy all these, you know, boxes and cases. I'm going to hold on to them so my kid can go to college. Well, what happened? They're all junk.
Kid didn't go to college.
No. So you're going to get a lot of that. You're getting a lot of that right now. You know, and I agree with Petty that most of these cards right now that are coming out of packs, they're going to go down, and they're going down. They're going to continue to go down. I don't care what Mr. Wonderful says or all these guys says. That $12.7 million card, there's no way it could be worth that kind of money 2-3 years from now. I don't care if it's Kobe, Jordan, whatever. It's not going to be. No way.
Unless it's just market manipulation. They keep doing it.
That could be.
Yeah. Unless they can fool somebody else into buying it, you know, just like Shine did.
They're no strangers to failures. They, you know, they throw themselves out there. They fail. Didn't they just have a big failed ETF thing or some kind of a
SPAC? But that was a few years back.
FTX.
But it still was $1 billion or something. I mean, they lost. This is only 13 million. This card. That's nothing for them.
Yeah.
That's like $100 card for us.
They say they're going to build up a $1 billion portfolio. I heard them say that the other day on CNN.
And they want to sell fractional shares of their collection.
Yeah. Well, look, we've already had fractional company coming in. So what happened? They went out of business. Who wants to own 1% or 5% of a car?
And then you got a guy with like Mr. Wonderful who has somewhat of a good business relationship, even though it's all on TV, on Shark Tank, right? So take that for what it's worth. He jumped the shark a long time ago. But he gets in business with a guy like Shinebox. I mean, why the fuck would you get into business with a guy like that? Who is just as dirty as the day is long? That tells you a lot about the whole situation right there for me. You know, it's like I would never go into business with a guy like that. They have to have, you know, some kind of integrity.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, tell me who your friends are, and then that's who you're going to end up being.
Exactly. So
that's why Petty's my buddy. Petty's my friend.
Yeah.
You know, I met Petty a few years ago, and he was never going to go on YouTube. You had no intention. And I kind of convinced him on that. And, you know, I guess you can blame me on that. But, you know, Petty, you're a big asset to this community. And you tell it like it is. And whoever doesn't like you, that's too bad for them, because you are real.
Thank you, Orlando. I try. Everybody who knows me knows that my intentions are pure. They're good. I love the fellow collectors. I love the YouTube community. And if you're collecting cards, chances are we've got a lot more in common than we don't. But you know, like I said, I mean, I just try to help people by my experiences, you know. And if you don't want to listen, that's okay. I mean, I'm not, you know, but don't disrespect what I'm doing, because everything that I have and I've earned, I've done by listening to others that know more. And that's very simple. You know, when you listen to people who know more, it's funny how, you know, you get to be half of what they might be. That's pretty damn good in my book. I mean, a fat loser like me, bankrupt in 1995, can come up to the point where I'm at now and turn myself around by doing nothing more than, you know, climbing on the backs of my friends and getting support from them, like we try, you know, like we all do in the hobby. But I mean, I'm talking about real life, real friend, you know, friends.
I mean,
since high school in their own business. Hey, how do you do that? Maybe I can do that. They get, you know, they help me get into my own business. Tell me to find your passion, do this, do that. And guess what? And I actually do these things. You know, it's like you do it, shit happens.
and you know, you learned. You went bankrupt, but you learned.
Yeah.
And now you got one of the most successful businesses out in California.
These guys collecting, I collected it. I had a different passion though, because even though I collected, I still always had a passion for the older cards, you know, which I guess that's kind of rare, but some people have it, some people don't. But like, you know, like back when those Ripken F-face cards were out, I was getting those as much as I could, and I was trading them. But I was trading them for 55 Koufax, 54 Ernie Banks, of which I still have those cards. So those were pretty good, darn good trades, because that Billy Ripken, who everybody had to have a chase card, $100 back then. It's still worth $100.
Yeah, just like the '86 Canseco rookie. You know, everybody wanted it. That was a big hit. Don Mattingly.
Don Mattingly.
None of those guys are in the Hall of Fame.
McGuire.
The cards are worth less today. Even.
And those guys were good. And you're telling me that this Ellie Dela Cruz guy, like, he's an exciting player. Okay. After the first year, he can steal some bases. He's got some pop. He's striking out 200 times a year. I mean,
and then
guy is good. And
guys turn into Cody Bellinger, or who was it? You know, after him. There's just it's hard to have a long, stable career.
Start with Mike Trout.
Yep, good one.
That's a bummer. You know me, Orlando. How long have I been calling Shohei? And I'm a Dodger fan for my whole life, right? I've been calling Shohei Otani shoestring salami, because I don't know how to pronounce his name, frankly. I don't give a shit. For 5 years, I don't need to know who they are. When they become good, or possibly good, because now he's really good.
He's going to be legendary.
He
will be legendary.
Great if he doesn't Mike Trout. Right?
Yeah,
the fact that he pitched so well already, it's hard. He's on a level, and international.
He is on a level. I mean, he can't do much yet, but let's see what happens if they get to the World Series. My bet is they lose the Dodgers the way they're playing right now. They're going to lose the first 2 games, and he'll be 1 for 7 or something like that. That's my bet.
Striking out Trout in the World Baseball Classic was definitely another, stripe on his uniform.
It really was. That's really where it kind of. And then he signed with the Dodgers, and he became a bigger star. Than ever.
Petty, I'm going to leave this up to you. Charles has been waiting for about 15 minutes. He says he's willing to apologize.
I'm willing to talk to the man.
All right, I'm going to put him on. Orlando, you want to stay here for this? I would like it.
I just want to say one thing to Charles. It's a saying that says, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
I love you, Orlando.
What's up, Charles?
Hello, Orlando, by the way. I've never talked to you before. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, Charles.
Seem like a level-headed guy. Appreciate it.
How can we bridge the gap here and get some sort of...
I'm sorry I was so hard on you there, Charles.
Well, it's like this, Mike. I don't know you from Adam. So me flipping you the bird, that's my anger.
It's okay.
I apologize for that.
I have thick skin.
So, and frankly, I've been trolling you in chat just to try to get a rise out of you. And
I've got you blocked, so I can't.
Yeah, I know. And then that pissed me off, too. It's like, really? Come on. Now I lose. Because if you blog me,
you don't lose. You don't lose. This is not a win-lose, trolling me in chat.
Yeah, I know.
Because look, I only want the best for you, Charles. It's like you're a collector that's just been around. How long have you been collecting? A year or two, or
I've been around on and off. I collected when I was a kid for about 5 years. I was in the junk wax era, the peak of it. Shaquille O'Neal. I traded Shaquille O'Neal cards to get Michael Jordan cards to get better Shaquille O'Neal cards. That's how I was doing things in elementary school.
That's a good way to trade up.
I know the old school way of doing things. I've been to the card shows as a kid. My dad bought me a Jordan rookie card. He bought me the sticker from that 86 Fleer pack. It's in a safe box. He only has the key to it. I get it when he passes away. So, it's not a Mantle card because we couldn't afford a Mantle card. Even back then, they were $5,000.
That's just as good. And not only that, it's from your father. So, things like this are more important than monetary value in cards.
Right.
So I see that you have that. What my whole point to you is that you're getting into these breaks, not too many, one or two, you're having fun with it. And I don't know, are you married or do you have
I'm single.
Okay, so you have a little bit more income to spend because you don't have a wife that you have to worry about. And then do you own a house yet? Or are you thinking about it? Are you saving?
I am saving. I've got a 401k. It's got about 60,000 in it. I work at the big car plant in Georgetown, Kentucky for Toyota.
Fantastic.
So I've got disposable income.
And you've got a stable job there.
Yeah, it's very stable.
So my point would be though, and I'm not really a financial advisor, but I can only tell you what happened. My story is how I was divorced in 1995 and was bankrupt. All I had left to get on my feet really was a little savings that we had that we split up, and that was a battle. And my baseball card collection, and I literally sold my entire baseball card collection to get to the next point, which was to get to my next job, which I found my passion of what I wanted to do by 1998, so much so, like in 2000, I started my own business. But after my bankruptcy, it really taught me how to live below my means. And that was the lesson, my life lesson that I had, where I was making $300 a week and as happy as can be learning a new trade and going out against commissions and going out and selling and building something. And then right away, the company wants to come in after you start making some money and cut your salary or whatever. And I said, fuck that. I don't need you. I'm going to go into my own business. I've been waiting to find something I could do, but never knew what. I knew I wanted to, but I worked for Glidden Paint. I worked for some big companies back in the day. Also, that didn't work out. You don't want me to move to Cleveland. I'm not moving to Cleveland. I'm here. I'm a California guy. I've got my family here. And so, but my point was, though, I never got over that hump until I stopped buying crap. And those $100 and $200 that you think don't mean much, it really is pretty important when you're kind of starting and saving, what you're buying. It's if you're spending $500 a month.
I see where you're going with this.
Not
Okay. All
very
right.
much, and sure. Could you afford it? Of course. You pick, literally, you can. Meals are $50 a fucking lunch these days, picking the tablet. So it's not all that much money. But if you save the money, or you just bought one card, something like that, something that you've been, or held it and bought a $3,000 card. And it wasn't this, and you want to do breaks, good. Take 10% of your money and throw it away into breaks, things you love. Okay. Right. But the rest of the money, it's I hate to, use a portfolio analogy because it's so retarded about people don't want to talk about values and all this. But in a sense, it really, I don't like to get kicked in the nuts, Charles. That's not true.
But some people pay for that stuff too, though.
A lot of people think it's fun. Fun. I just do it for fun. It's entertainment. Well, I don't get entertained by spending $1,000 in a box and then open it up and then it's worth dog shit. That doesn't entertain me.
No, it doesn't entertain me personally. I wouldn't do it myself.
What
seeing other people do
when
it.
I go out and spend $20,000 on a Honus Wagner or spend $50,000 on a Joe Jackson. That entertains me. And I would never be able to do it if I had pissed all that money away in 2000 when I was building up. And I was told how to pay my house off in 15 years. Don't buy a place, that you don't want to die in. Like, there's no need. Like right now, you should be just as happy as hell where you are right now until you find a place that you want to die in. And then that's the time for you to buy. When everything, you have 20% down, no matter how old you are, if it's even for you, maybe you don't want to buy. Buying a house,
it's
deal.
Petty. Charles, it's hard enough to make money, so before you spend it, learn about it. Learn about what you're going to spend your money on, whether it's buying a house or buying whatever you're going to spend your money on. Think about it, study it. Don't just throw your money away. Even if you're going to buy a box and break it, make sure that the odds are decent, that at least you're going to look, it's entertainment. That's really what we're doing when we're doing breaking.
True.
But if you know you're going to lose, come on, I mean, anything that you do, learn about it. Learn about the hobby. Learn about the cards. Learn about the players and see what you like, what you're going to get into. And before you spend your money, look, like the professor says, you got to know your stuff. Don't just throw your money out there all willy-nilly.
And yet you don't have to listen to guys like us. We're just a community here, kind of like.
You're frustrated. You're going to lose.
But by listening to guys like Gio, Gio is a perfectly nice guy. You can see that. He's a businessman. And I respect a lot of the things that he's done. And I really, even though I give him a lot of shit, I really do like the guy. But like a guy like Jeff Wilson or something like, you got to be careful of these. This guy is just nothing but a Joker smile, carnival barker, and he just wants to get his hands in your pocket as fast as he can.
Yeah.
99% of the product today, I think both of you will agree, maybe not. 99% of the product today is a bad buy. Just the cards are probably not gonna. People flip for a reason.
It's designed to be that way. Here's what I've learned. Let me chime in just a little bit. First of all, let me address the book, the stupid book I bought. Everyone makes a bad buy. I read literally 2 pages of it, and I said, what the fuck is this? Is basic common sense. I learned this when I was in 5th grade. I sat it down. It's sat on my table since I bought it. I've not even gotten through it. So
reading and stuff like that, but consider the source, okay? It was written by a dummy.
Yeah. But I had to see it for myself just to see, like, how is it this bad? Is he getting this bad? And I read it. I'm like,
but the other thing he doesn't tell you is, that he lost $3 million in the first 3 years of investing.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
No, listen, he's a tech investor that's been in the hobby for 6 years. He said that on Ty Wilson's podcast or his show. He's just got into the hobby 6 years ago because his kid pulled some shiny card called a kaboom. That's why he got back into the hobby. He's seen money. He goes, wow, there's someone I could. Is this a boom? Is this what's happening? He's throwing his money into a boom.
Let's get real about Jeff Wilson, okay? He's lost money in all the businesses that he's been. His marketing business went out of business. His wife is the moneymaker in the house.
Right.
She's the one that got him the money. She's the one that's investing all the money in this thing. He's not the guy that knows how to invest or make money.
She's an heiress or something, isn't she?
Yeah,
I think she made money. I did a video. She's very good at social media. Somehow she took a company. She was there. So when social media was starting to get big, she kind of learned. She was ahead of the game, and for whatever company she worked
with streaming,
I think she made her own company and sold it.
Yeah. So he's never been successful himself.
She might have been a Harris. I have no idea, but I know she had a company.
The minute I saw him back in 2019 or whatever it was when he came out, when it's that polished advertisement with the sports, I literally spit my coffee out and just started laughing. Like, how long is this going to last? This guy's never collected cards. He doesn't know how hard they are to sell.
Right. His collection is laughable because of how he collects. It's like, I give you grief, Mike Petty. I tease. I actually like the fact that you have a Mickey Mantle card and all that stuff. But seeing him go, I love everything at a PSA 10. Check out my sign. It's like, look how curated it is. It's like,
okay, so Petty and Charles, I'm glad Charles, Gio just called. I'm going to replace us, but I'm swapped the two of you, but
okay.
Orlando's out also. Okay, let's throw. Hey, Orlando, thank you for calling. I hope you can call back again. I'd love to have a one-on-one conversation.
Orlando, I'll see you Wednesday.
Bye, Orlando.
Love you. Where'd Charles go?
Yeah, we're adding Gio. Here, let's add Charles. You want to keep Charles? There we go. What's up, Gio?
Here's the one thing I gotta say, and I have to keep my voice down. We're on baby monitor duty. This is one of the other things, and you guys are gonna freak out. Let me finish the statement. Jeff has made a lot of money in the space. I know people dog on him for a lot of things. The subscription service for market movers makes a ton of money. The sponsorship money is massive. Hate him. You know where I stand. I don't like it, but I will push back there. We have to separate. Has somebody been financially successful and bad for the hobby? By the way, I think he's bad. I'm not.
No, he lost $3 million in the first 3 years investing in cards, right? You know,
on singles, yes.
I've watched people, Gio, at shows laugh at him behind his back.
Sure.
Less than 2 years. This was 2 years ago at the West Coast show. I met him out here, and he was showing a 1941 Joe DiMaggio play ball that was signed by Joe DiMaggio. He had just bought it. I think it was from that Roth kid and from another guy.
Oh, gee. No.
One guy had it. He sold it to Rothstein, and then Rothstein sold it to Numbnuts, Goof Wilson. And I look at the card, and it's good. And I'm an expert on Joe DiMaggio's signatures. I was collecting autos back in 1990s, and I opined for Mantles, and I go, it was a Beckett slab. I go, this is not Joe DiMaggio. I go, this is fucking Dom DiMaggio. So you bought a $25,000.
No way. Yeah, no way.
And he was just all excited about his Joe DiMaggio. So
Sure.
And he goes, well, they told him that his hand slipped. I go, dude, Joe DiMaggio's hand never slipped.
Never slipped and wrote the word Dom. By the
way,
way,
it was in a slab, though. It was in a slab. That's what makes it right. It was in a slab. That's why he did it.
And by the way, I'm not justifying that. I'm just saying I do, even like the guy in the content here. Anonymous, you don't know anything about money and the sponsorship money. Like you can hate sponsorship money. I get some people hate that. I know how that game works. He makes a lot of money there, and I think the app makes.
He does have a lot of overhead though. As annoying as he has.
And by the way, the shop, by the way, is run by one of the best dudes in this hobby. Ryan Van Oost has been around for 15 years. He's been a great shop owner.
That Hillbilly 1 or Hillbilly 2?
The taller one. Is that 1 or 2? I love Ryan. Ryan's been one of the dude. I've known Ryan for 15 years. Great kid. So I do always want to push back there, though. We have to take hatred out of that.
There's a lot.
But he's not making money off like actually maneuvering cards around. He's making money off sponsorships.
Maybe very. I think to Mike's point, he was pretty upfront about that. Lost a bunch of money the first couple of years. I think you're spot on, Mike. But the other thing,
I need to clip that. Where the hell is that? I need to clip that.
He has spoken about that before, like the single side. And
I need to find that
whole expose on it. He has a list of all his stuff or something like that. Neither here nor there. It's just that's the people that guys are listening to. If they would have listened to a schlock like me, they would have tripled their money.
But what my thing is, he got in the hobby 6 years ago, and he goes from just being in the hobby again 6 years ago to all of a sudden he's starting a $6-something multi-million-dollar store.
Yeah, he's the best marketer in the hobby.
He couldn't have just a small store to start out. He had he's one of these guys that is big, grandiose dreams, that he had.
And great at build. I mean, again, we crap on him.
You think Mike Rubin helped them with that? And owns part of
that? They have direct allocation for sure. Yeah, but again,
is one thing. But do you think he has money invested in that place that's keeping him?
No, I mean, but again, Ryan's an owner there. I know Ryan. I've known him pretty well. We've had some pretty. But here's the other thing I would say though too, Charles. To your point, it also just goes to show he's one of the best marketers in the space. Period. Like you
have to like it. Well, that's sad. I mean,
is he a good investor? That's the question.
Some of it's fake. Some of his good marketers are not genuine. Good marketers are dirty as shit.
Okay, maybe, but there's a reason.
He's a great marketer too.
So's McDonald's. By the way, so is McDonald's. McDonald's is great. It doesn't mean it's good for people. McDonald's kills me. McDonald's is addictive. It's bad for you.
Sure, but again, we just started. All we do is crap on the guy and say, "Hey," but there's a reason he's become the most recognizable face here. Like, dude, there's nobody.
Many of us don't like it, but the thing is, it's not true. You say it is. I went to the card show. Like, no one, the national. Okay, some kids. Any grown man was not. Oh my God, there's Jeff Wilson.
You talk about him every show. He's doing something right.
He's buying views.
You Jeff talk Wilson about him every show.
To the right people.
I don't talk about. That's not true. I don't talk about him every show. No, that's not true.
Every show. And that's fine. And by the way, and I don't like the brand, but I do think you have to be a little bit fair of, hey, there's a reason he has gotten to the top like he has. He's good at marketing himself. You can say a lot of negative. There's plenty of negative to say, but there is.
There's also some
He likes to be at
dirtiness
the
in my
forefront and likes to
opinion.
be the carnival barker, but he
Mhm.
really doesn't say a lot of anything. But it's
I don't
working.
disagree. It's clearly working though, because how many shows are built
We'll
off the
see.
back of just trashing Jeff Wilson?
But then again, he's getting 206 views on each of his.
Oh, I
That
don't
only
think
has so much legs, by the way. My everything I do is not Jeff Wilson because that only has so much legs. You can't just. Sure, he's got 400,000 subscribers, so attack the guy at the top is pretty normal, especially when he's a little dirty.
And he's so scummy about it too, and he tries to smile through it and stuff. That's what I don't really like. It's like, dude, just
Yeah, see, this
be
is the other
yourself.
problem I have. I don't like his
Stay on the
content
business
either. But the stuff about like the dirty and scummy, like, and I'm not even on here to defend the guy, but I do find that like, what's he scummy about? You can just say you don't like how he does it. Why does that make him scummy though?
So I'm with Collectors MD, right? I work with Collectors MD.
Mhm.
He had Alex Efron, who's the head of it, on his show, sponsored by Arena Club.
Yeah, I saw. I trust me. You don't have to regurgitate the show The Professor did. I watched it too.
All right, but that is a good point, though.
Is it okay? But hang on. So is that in bad taste, or does it make somebody dishonest and scummy?
It makes
That's a
it in bad
stretch.
taste and very.
Mike,
He
I know
knows what
you-
he's doing, though. Jeff knows it. He would stop by now. He knows what's up.
Yeah, he knows what's up, and it's working for him financially. Why would he stop it?
Okay,
Like,
but that
it's business
doesn't mean
101.
the
But
gas
it also-
companies profit tons. It doesn't mean it's good for everybody
But
else.
is what Jeff Wilson's doing right now sustainable?
He's sustained it for 6 years, hasn't he? And see, this is the
Yeah,
real quick
money.
too. This is the problem, by the way, I have with when people go so far one way on an issue. I have to come in and almost defend a guy who I don't like. I don't want to defend him, but when he gets so stupid with some of these accusations,
Okay, so
I have to.
So hold on.
I have to almost come in and
you make some. You yourself make some criticisms of Jeff.
but I'm
I
reasonable.
want to hear them. No, I want to hear you say a couple.
I think his content is terrible. I think it's hugely shilled up. I think it's bad for the audience. I don't think it's a general win.
You
for
know
the
you're
hobby.
adjacent to him.
See, and there's another one we talked about. This
Not
stupid picture.
me. Other people think I read comments. Other people.
Oh.
It's not just me. I'm representing a mindset of people.
Gio doesn't.
Other people. I know. Well, that's why I like Gio. That's right. Gio.
So when
Gio's
go,
here.
so
which
go
is
back
Jeff
to
Wilson's not.
so go back to what you said though about being adjacent to him. In what sense, Jason?
I think people look at you. I've had some talks with you, so I do think you're much. You know, you wouldn't be.
Do I ever
here.
say anything to you in private conversation I don't say on here or publicly?
No,
it's not like I say
no.
once. And so that's if you want to say adjacent because we also have a big
adjacent
brand.
because adjacent because you guys are building
Recognizability.
this media thing.
Sure,
You're
no
also
problem.
having a business as well.
Fair, totally fair. Then, yep, I agree with that. The difference we try to say is I think my brand is sustainable, but I've also been doing this for 15 years. It's different. You know,
But you've had some road bumps along.
100. Mike, yeah, Mike, to your point earlier, dude, you went bankrupt. I had the bankruptcy. The app went bankrupt. I lost a ton of money, dude. Brutal.
I've been
And
bankrupt due to divorce, though. I didn't steal $2 million from investors.
well, it was one.
Fifth grade.
Well, 1 million, and the app was pretty good, man. We almost had that thing sold too. I actually thought we were going to pull that off, but yeah, I'm with Mike in a lot of what he says. I think sustainability is an important thing for sure.
What Jeff's
But-
going to end up doing, and this might be a hot take, he's going to see the downturn of the hobby, which will happen. It happened with Junk Wax era. It's going to happen here. He's going to sell to somebody.
Gio doesn't think so.
before he gets
Oh,
out.
okay, sell somebody. That's fair.
Well, that seems to be what people like to do. Gio, you like to do that. You like to build something and be.
That's what Jeff Wilson's going to do. He's going to build up Cars HQ and hope
You talk to us.
somebody, either collectors comes in or somebody from Fanatics comes in and swoops it up and buys it from him, and he can live happily ever after.
Say it again, Mike. You cut out. I'm sorry.
Could you explain a little bit about? I want to understand a little bit better, like how you built this sports card nonsense brand, I think, and it was like on Facebook, and then you had a podcast,
Mhm.
and then part of it, did you split up something and sold part of it, the media portion, or do I understand that right, or what exactly? If you could expound on that a little bit.
Yeah, so it started with the podcast. When I sold my breaking company in 2020, yeah, I was just retired. I was like, I need something to do. We got heavy into real estate because it was a good time. It was cheap. And then just by sheer luck, dude, it was just the Nashville market exploded in 2020. So our gains were ridiculous. And it was like, hey, we're going to be retired and just goof around. And like September, October that year, I just started doing the podcast because I wanted an outlet to do something. And me and Jesse started messing around. Simmons called us. I mean, within a month, we started that. We started the Facebook group. So that's how Sports Cards Nonsense was born. The Facebook group went nuts. So we didn't sell anything. So what we did like 6 months ago, we took the SCN brand and merged it with a company. that just has other people involved with it, so we can try to build out the media
Okay,
side
so
of
it
it.
was just like a merger then. You didn't actually sell part of it.
Correct. I didn't sell anything. Right. So I just own a little bit smaller piece of a bigger pie now. Because this
Okay.
other company has huge newsletters that they put out. They have other talent they work with. Yeah.
Trying to get a better grasp on that.
Yeah, and that's where the Sports
Well,
Illustrated collectibles ties in. The people I work with are involved with the Sports Illustrated side on the collectibles website. So it's like, hey, we have a huge Facebook group. We get the podcast. Let's get this website with SI on it. It's awesome. Like, so we kind of just merge all the assets.
I appreciate your show. I admire a lot of things that you do there. So I mean, but I just have never can't get behind the breaking thing. And it's
Totally understand. Not for everybody. I get that. And yeah,
you
and,
sold the breaking company, yet you're still breaking for your company, or
yeah. So I went live in April of 2020. March of 2020, right before COVID, and I was just like, hey, I'm starting to see this company, which I knew nothing about. I'd never heard the word Fanatics before. I didn't know who they were. I just no clue. And I was like, man, we're starting to get offered SKUs. The first one ever was when Zion happened. Prism went absolutely through the roof. It was insane. Well, all of a sudden there was a Fanatics exclusive Prism. And the guy Fanatics rep called me. He's like, hey, I can sell you product. I see you're a breaker. So I was like, okay. I started talking to I have a financial advisor. I was like, hey, what's the deal with this company? I was just curious. He's like, dude, multi-billion-dollar company. Ruben's the owner. He's a shark. Like, he goes into businesses, he takes over, and that's what he does. And I just started seeing the writing on the wall. So early 2020, I was like, you know what? I'm getting a little nervous. This Fanatics company is going to be for real. And is going to cut out all distribution, because that's what he's done everywhere else. When he goes in, he takes over. And if distribution gets cut, breakers have no value. You can break stuff still, but if I'm not getting it for a huge margin, it's not worth it. So I started shopping around. I started saying publicly, hey, if somebody's wanting to I'm looking to get out of breaking, I want to get out. So I sold it to a guy who I'm still in business with, Eddie Mancini. It was an 80-20 split. He wanted to keep me involved for 20%, so I'd help, which I was like, great. I actually wanted to be. Fast forward a year and a half later, Fanatics comes in and wipes out distribution. And he came back to me. He's like, hey, this thing's going under. What can we do? And so I said, well, let me go back to Fanatics and say, hey, can we get direct distribution? And they gave it to us.
That because, did you take your breaking company off the platform that you were building at the time, and then
we weren't there yet? Yeah. So that was even before this. So that was early 2022. We went back, said, hey, can we get distribution? They just slow played us. Can't do it.
If you would have kept that app, and that would have been successful, or would you have been able to get allocation there, or would Fanatics?
I wonder.
Yeah,
it's a good question. Maybe like backyard breaks on whatnot. Other people. So maybe the monthly expenses, man. I know people laughed. How'd you blow $1 million? I mean, we ran it for a year and a half. We had payroll. We just that's what it was. But I honestly thought that was going to be the next huge evolution. I mean, there was only whatnot at the time. And then within 6 months, TikTok announced, eBay Live announced, and Fanatics Live launched. Crushed. How do you get some
Fanatics Live launched the same week as you?
No. Within a year after us, though, because we were around for a year and a half.
But then Fanatics bought out Tops, too, in 2022, right?
Correct. Yep.
So that really had to make it even more urgent, because now you literally have to go through them just to get Tops, period.
For anything. Well, so not yet, because Tops, they still had basketball and football. At least Panini was still rolling. But yeah, the landscape started to change. So it was like, man, what are we going to do? I want to be involved with this breaking company. I love breaking. I enjoy doing it. But at the same time, if Fanatics is going to come in and do that, how do I sustain this company? So yeah, now me and Eddie are back.
You open the cards yourself and do the break. You actually are the one opening the packs and, oh my God, Brock.
Dubs in chat. Dubs in chat.
Yeah. Less yelling. Yeah, so I still break a couple times a week. Yep. But back then it was just me. It was a one-man show. Yeah, doing everything. And even that wasn't sustainable. I mean, my wife was like, hey, you're working 100 hours a week. I don't see you. Like,
why don't you get her working? Make her break. You'll watch.
No, that's my biggest flex, man. She hasn't had to work in 2 years. Yeah, never. That's my goal. Hopefully she never has to.
Speaking of which, Gio, you're going to come on Tuesday to debate against SCV Sport. I don't know if we'll call it a debate. I don't know how it's going to go, but I think you guys will go back and forth on Tuesday. That'll be fun.
Absolutely.
SCV has a video out about women in the hobby.
Yeah, that's a joke. Yeah, I watched that.
Well, I'm going to have to go see that. I didn't know that.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I don't take the card part out of it. You can like me, hate. I don't care.
I'm wondering if that chest hair is real or not. I don't know.
I got to see this video. Interesting.
Yeah.
What'd you think, Gio? What'd you think? Embarrassing? Is that what you're saying?
I have a different level of respect for women. I've been married to the same woman for 17 years.
Oh wow, he
I
probably
have no
did something
reason.
he shouldn't have done.
No, he can do whatever he wants. He's a single young guy. You have freedom of speech. Go nuts. I have no use to be online.
Or anything really.
No, for me, these guys want to go on and brag about their body counts and nonsense. Yeah, my body count's 1. I married my wife 17 years ago. Thrilled for the last 17 years. That's my flex. I don't care about the other crap. When people tout that around, that Andrew Tate style nonsense,
Oh gosh.
yeah, I have no use for it. Like, good for
That's
cool.
Shine. That's what I see Shine as. It's like an Andrew Tate wannabe. That's why I didn't like him from the moment I saw him. He wants to be Andrew Tate so bad he can't stand it.
Yeah, I just have I don't have a lot of use for kids who don't have respect for women and aren't smart enough to realize, hey, what you're saying is pretty stupid. Like, you want to debate cards, me and Petty can yell at each other. And at the end of the day, I think Petty's an intelligent man, and I love it. That's a different thing. You start generalizing women in the hobby, and there was one line. I had a number of people send me the video. There was one line that was like, well, women are getting into the hobby because either their dads are bringing them in or they're just a very tribal people and they follow the crowds. And I thought, first of all, stupid. Everybody does that. You think every guy is a trendsetter and goes out and does his own thing? It's just a stupid, laughable, misogynistic generalization. That crap. I have no use for that type of crap. But I'm also not a cancel culture guy. Do whatever you want. You want to keep saying stupid things, you're going to be single for another 20 years.
It also gets him clicks, and it also gets him engagement.
Nah, I don't think that take is good for him. I think that's a bad I think it's not. I think he probably should have not went there.
He's going to find out the hard way, I guess.
For the brand.
But here's the thing.
It was that bad what he said.
I haven't seen it. I have not seen the whole thing. So
it's just stereotypical misogynistic stuff that's just trying to get it's clickbait.
And I'm okay. And by the way, just to be clear though, that YouTube a lot, like, hey, I'm not trying to silence anybody. Say whatever you want. I just have trouble.
Tough like that too, but in the about, I'm not going to say anything disparaging though about women.
Correct.
But I'll definitely, I'm going to talk to him and I'm going to give him a good, ask them about their elbows and take a look at those, and there's a lot you can learn about a woman by looking at their elbow.
Hey now,
nails and toes, nails and toes,
nails and toes.
This is the problem when I have one married guy in a room full of single people. So yeah, that's just.
Am I the only married? I'm married.
Oh, I think you were divorced. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was divorced, but the second time was the charm.
Nice.
Hey Gio, you like mystery packs though? None of us mystery packs are such a scam. I mean, let's get this back on cards.
Let's get into it. Let's get
99% total scam garbage crap.
Oh, you mean you don't like the $6.99 cards over at CVS Pharmacy that you can get like a 1992 Jose Uribe or something like that? You don't like those for $6.99?
I think you mean Juan Uribe, and Juan Uribe was an excellent two-way player.
Yeah, he was.
Juan Pierre, still stolen base.
Hey, Juan Pierre was fun.
Absolutely.
He was better than Ellie De La Cruz.
Hey, everything's just so hyped now, just like what you guys are doing with
Who
cards.
had the most hits in the
now.
1990s, guys? Mark Grace.
Right.
I tell you what about Otani though. So Mike, I only heard some of that. I was putting Little Man to bed. You are on the Otani, like not a fan of, but at this point you do acknowledge though Otani is. Do you think he's at legendary type level yet, or you're still skeptical?
No, I mean I do believe he's at that legendary talent.
Me too.
But also, at this point, I mean it's pretty obvious.
Sure.
Trout was at that point too. In year 10,
but Trout didn't pitch.
100 games. He hasn't played. This is the first time he played 100 games, and he's trashed. I mean, he needs a.
Yeah.
And 2 years ago, I made a comment about him.
The thing is, Otani's standard right now is Ichiro. It's not Mantle. It's not any of those people.
No.
Ichiro right now is the greatest Japanese player ever.
That's not the take. The take is Otani.
I want to hear what Petty was going to say.
I'm trying to tell you some inside information.
Please.
About Trout. 2 years ago, he hurt his knee. And it was like right at the beginning of the year. They gave him a choice that he could either DH or he could get it. He could have surgery and he'd be out for 2 to 6 weeks, right? 2 to 6 weeks. He goes out. He doesn't want to DH with a bad knee. So you're not out of it yet. But now you've put your whole team. Here you're making 40-something million a year. And you basically thrown your fucking team under the bus already before the year's ever started. He goes out. He comes back in 6 weeks, which is already past the All-Star break. They're already fucking buried, and he gets hurt. one game into spring training, or into AAA, into his rehab, and he's out for the year. So then the next year comes. What happens? The same fucking thing. He doesn't want to DH again. Too proud to DH, and there's the problem. And I found this out that the clubhouse fucking hates his guts.
Really?
Yeah. And that's not from inside knowledge.
Here's the thing. The counterpoint on that is, look what Artie Moreno's done with that team. He traded away Otani. He's gotten rid of all the
Hamilton.
Anthony Rendon. What about that Rendon deal? They paid him off after one good year.
So I would be bitter if I was Trout too.
Signing. Didn't Pujols make a ton of money for the Angels?
Oh yeah, but he actually earned some of it.
$350 million.
Yeah, he didn't earn that.
He was a
So Petty, your point about Trout is interesting though, because
it's interesting.
Because Trout is. Oh no, I think you're spot on. By the way, I just think, but Trout is an interesting case, right? The best player of a decade, 3 MVPs, unbelievable player. Great first ballot Hall of Famer today.
Yeah, so many times, bash homers, steal bases, rob homers. I mean,
Yep.
A great player, but that's how we look at him now. Maybe history will be he doesn't have a lot of rookie cards, and they're generally low pop count compared to a lot of other of these modern legends.
Except for the update, but yes, I agree.
And I also want to throw out with Otani. Otani is over, like Honus Wagner, Joe DiMaggio, Babe Ruth. There's not a ton of his stuff. There's a new Otani auto coming out every minute, it feels like. So yes, he's legendary, but is this stupid market gonna? There's only going to be a very select few, not most stuff. If the regular man owns Otani, it's going to be junk.
Otani's signature is literally like an L. Like, I don't see how you sign your name with a C or an L. How there's no S, there's nothing that resembles a Shohei. Who in the hell is signing that? It's certainly not him.
Here's the thing about Otani, though, I would push back with you on his market. That is the one difference. Everybody you just mentioned, there's nobody in other countries collecting Wagner and Mantles, not on the level of an Otani, right? So that is a difference. It's
and that kanji autograph Otani has is worth, that could probably buy a large house.
I mean, that's a reach to me.
Yeah, and the other thing I would say,
I mean, okay, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, but even Ichiro is great. The Ichiro market is a.
But he's in 20 after players play. It takes a lot for them to. We don't know how history is going to look at Trout. He did have a great career. He was great defensive. We don't know how history will look.
I actually have some input on this.
Here's the thing with Trout.
Oh, we gotta let Gio go. Yeah,
hang on. Here's the thing with Trout, though, and here's the problem with a guy like Trout. In the moment, he's great. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. If he doesn't play another game, he's in. He's great. But my argument against Trout and my warning has been, in 20 years, because the comp has been Griffey, it just seems like, it's this generation's Griffey. Great regular season, not a ton of postseason. Here's the two arguments I always say. Griffey was the most iconic and liked player in the world at his time. We loved Griffey. He was a kid.
Still loved.
And he has historic stats.
Griffey was the Jordan.
Have you looked at his rookie card prices, though? I mean, you could get his rookie card. I don't understand your. Go ahead. I don't understand where you're going with that.
So here's where I'm going with this, though. As great as Griffey is legendary because his numbers and his iconic status. He has 630 home runs. Yes, and you can still get a PSA 10 Flair rookie for $200. I'm not saying that everything is worth a ton. The problem I have with Trout is, in 20 years, is his legacy, hey, this was an unbelievable greatest player of the decade, or is it Frank Thomas? Like, dude, you can't tell me Trout had a better career than Frank Thomas.
What about Miguel Cabrera? He's not someone.
Exactly.
I
agree. That's what I mean. You have so many guys. If you are not,
he's Gio. He's not a character of the game.
Correct, and that's the other point. Because Mike, let me ask you this too.
He was a good player, solid player, better than average major leaguer with amazing talent, who coulda, woulda, shoulda been good. No playoff wins. No, unless I would think that they would want to try to trade him, but you know what? Nobody wants him because they just don't need a guy that strikes out 250.
Yeah, and here's the problem: if you're not top of the market, that's one thing the card market has always shown us. After a while, you get forgotten. Like Frank Robinson, my dad will tell you he's one of the best players he ever saw. Frank Robinson doesn't sell for peanuts compared to Mantle. Ernie Banks, one of the greatest players of all time, iconic, loved, a champion.
And that holds more true if you move outside of MLB, because in NBA they get forgotten harder, and in
more
football
so.
They get forgotten hard as well.
Exactly. So my point is with Trout, he doesn't go like Frank Thomas is a more modern day comp to a Trout. Frank Thomas was unbelievable. He has an average market, so that's my fear with a guy like Trout when he was the number one guy selling. In 10, 20 years.
The difference between Trout and anyone.
Trout, they're worth $1 million.
Yeah.
And then
crazy.
You think you're going to get your money out of that?
Never.
Yep.
Not at this point, unless he has a crazy second half and he stays healthy. You're never going to.
He's not going to have. There's only 5 games left. There's no second half.
No. I mean, second half of his career. Yeah.
He's in the twilight right now.
I agree with you.
And I'm gonna give Gio credit. Gio, I've listened to you for sport. I was arguing with you, and I didn't know you. It's like, no, Trout's a great. He doesn't have many rookie cards. His pop counts are low, and you were saying how Trout, and this was before really all his injuries. I mean, a little bit, but so you've been saying it for a while.
That's always been my fear with Trout. Again, he doesn't have the X factor. Otani does. Otani's the most well-known baseball player. Otani's the most famous baseball player in the world since Babe Ruth, probably.
Trout's not being marketed enough.
Well, Bonds and Griffey.
Trout doesn't want to get out there enough.
Griffey,
He was the face of Nike for baseball.
In the U.S., sure. Bonds and Griffey were massive here.
But
they were not
Otani
nearly as big as Otani.
I mean, you're just looking at what, Japan?
I'm looking at look at the whole Asian market. Who doesn't know who Otani?
But did they? He's not. China is not Japan. You know, China's China.
I'm willing to bet a lot of people still know who Griffey Jr. is around the world.
He was a much better player
in those markets.
Say that again, Mike.
All the hate there was on Bonds, he was a much better player than Trout.
The greatest player ever.
Good, but I mean,
best player I've ever seen.
Even when he was before he was steroiding up.
Yeah, he had 3 MVPs.
He was
still a 30-30 guy with 3 MVPs. And that's the point. That's the point with Otani. Otani's going to be the second player ever. It's only Barry Bonds. Otani's about to win his 4th MVP. He's unbelievable. He pitches. There's this lure that he pitches. He's not a great
And his pitching numbers are ridiculous.
Yep, he doesn't do it.
Just ridiculous. And MVP. He may win both of them if
I don't know how much he has pitching left in him though. I mean, he's going to get older,
and he has a championship already. And he's probably. I mean, if you had to say in the next 5 years that the Dodgers win at least one more, I would bet yes. I mean, they spend a ton of money. They're a loaded team. They're probably winning at least one more.
You'd think, but boy,
now all of a sudden, though, let's just say you've got a guy with 4 MVPs, maybe more than that. I mean, I would bet for him, even like that. If I said next year,
I don't even think they're comparable anymore. I think Otani's had a better. He's more legendary already.
Than who?
Trout.
Not close. Agreed. Totally. And again, if I said to everybody on this panel right now, you have to bet today, September 26th, who's going to win next year's MVP, you'd bet Otani.
Well,
throw them off the line.
Every year, just like Bonds was.
Bonds was so good.
Ridiculous.
You know who said Bonds was the greatest hitter he's ever faced? Greg Maddux, and that's all I needed to hear.
And he's the best I've ever seen, without a doubt. And I've seen Otani quite a few times. The last game I just saw him, he hit 2 homers. In one game, and then we went the next night. He pitched and he hit another homer. So the kids love him, the fans love him.
Yep. Hey, they so good. MLB did a cover up for him.
I'm still not a believer yet, though, because he didn't do anything in the World Series last year. He got hurt.
That's true.
And they won despite him. This year they need him bad because they're awful. Their bullpen is the most.
They need him to pitch and hit, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, but the Dodgers are in real trouble right now. If they got Will Smith, they got.
By the way, this is a terrible comment. Johnny V. Frank Robinson played for 2 different teams, so I'll give you an example of everybody else I'm talking about who played for one team and has nowhere near the marketability. Ted Williams played for one team. I would argue the greatest hitter of all time. Ted Williams' market is peanuts compared to the other guys. Ernie Banks, we just talked about. Brooks Robinson, all-time great. No market. Johnny Bench's market. All these. So that's a stupid argument.
Griffey played for 2 teams. He played for Cincinnati and
Griffey played for 4 teams.
Did he play for 4?
Yeah, played for the White Sox.
I don't know what, Gio. I've never lost money on a Ted Williams card.
No, and I'm not saying you will, but I am saying the gap between Mickey's the guy from the era.
I never lost money on an Ernie Banks rookie card either.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you will. I'm just saying you're also never.
I might not get rich off it, but if if 500 turns into 4,000, you do that enough times.
Sure.
That's the fun part about card collecting. Now I wouldn't sell it because of the way I traded it for a Billy Ripken card. It's part of my growing up. I was able to hold it through my bankruptcy and my divorce and all that back in the 90s. And that card means a lot to me. It's it reestablished.
Sure. So, Mike, that's why I know you agree with my point, though. At the time, those guys, they were not viewed as Trout is. Trout is viewed as the greatest player of his generation, and his pricing reflected that. All the guys you just mentioned, Mays.
We looked at Willie Mays as that,
and Willie Mays
is the player of the generation.
Yep. And Willie Mays is on that sales. I mean, he's the tier below Mantle, like everybody.
That went 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie Robinson has his own was his own genre, really.
100%. And the Jackie Robinson thing is as much for on the field as off.
That's
but Trout
right.
doesn't. But Trout doesn't have off the field. So again, I'm in the
Trout
scope.
can't. I don't think Trout, because also you're comparing cards to, like, we're not even talking about Tony Gwynn, Greg Maddux. Like, these cards are more comparable to what happened in the 80s than going off vintage cards where they had one rookie card, very limited high
Correct.
pop count.
I'm not making that argument. I just mean I always get I'm scared when somebody sells at the top of their game. Trout was the #1 seller in the hobby for 10 years, and everybody said, buy Trout, buy Trout. He can never go down. He's the mantle.
Guess who never said that, Gio?
Yeah, no, me either. Yeah, and I agree, because again, you look. That's like the same. I view the NFL right now. I am a believer of Patrick Mahomes. I hate Mahomes. I'm a Brady guy, but Mahomes is a cemented top quarterback of all time. He's unbelievable. But when I hear guys talk about Josh Allen and Lamar, if they retire and never win a championship, they're Dan Marino. They're great regular season talents who have no staying power in the hobby. Dan Marino,
and they're not even Dan Marino. They're Randall Cunningham. They're not. They're someone less than Dan. Dan Marino is.
I think Dan Marino is the most talented passer the league's ever seen. But again, even having said that, what's his hobby value? It's not great.
Away another guy. I mean, these guys are just forgotten.
Correct. If you're not the best, it's like the next drop off is
Stroud,
unbelievable.
he's the best that I've ever seen.
Who's that?
CJ Stroud. What's
No,
his
Jaden McDaniel's the best.
name?
Will Greer.
okay.
Kyler
JJ
Murray.
McCarthy, guys, come
Jake
on.
May.
JJ McCartney. He's the best.
Bo Nix.
I got his PSA 10 purple shock. That's gonna make me millions.
Purple
All right.
shock.
Dude, we crushed McCarthy. The McCarthy stuff is wild. Michael Penix, insane.
County.
God damn it! People will never learn. They'll never learn.
Penny sleeve
Montana's
Steve,
a go.
Brady guy all the way, baby. Montana couldn't hold Tommy's jock. Don't be
Guys,
crazy.
we're going on
That's
2
what
hours.
Brady
It's been
said.
fun. I mean, this is great. I think we have to wrap it up soon. And Mike, I got to get you back on because I want to flow with you. I want, one-on-one. I really want to talk with you. And Gio, thank you for calling in. Charles,
Yeah.
thank you. I think we got to, we're riffing here for a while. I'm loving it, but I planned on going 40 minutes. Now we're going on 2 hours.
You say that every show. Another repeat line. I'm going to go 40 minutes. Another
Friday's
repeat.
supposed to be the short show. I can't say no to Petty and Gio. What am I supposed to do?
repeat.
Last week was 40 minutes. You're
Trash.
getting old quick. You're
This
getting
is
old.
trash
Get outta
content.
here.
Hey,
Let's
you know what
not
we should do
stop.
to end the? You know what you should do to end the stream, Jason? Why don't you go read the titles of your last 20 YouTube videos again? That'll be we could all enjoy it.
Let's end it on some math problems.
Oh yeah, let's do some algebra, Jay. Come on, let's do this.
Are you gonna give
Remind
us
me
some
not
more
to read the
questions?
titles anymore.
Oh God, 5/x equals Jason's an idiot. There you go.
Let's date night. I gotta run, guys. Charles, all the best to you. Gio,
Petty, was great
Petty.
meeting you.
Jason.
Petty, good talking to you finally, bro. Hey, by the way, before you leave, Jason, I finally get to talk to Petty. What is the deal with this Mangini guy won't talk because I made a joke about vintage dealers?
Oh, you're gonna bring that up, huh?
How is this a thing? Is he that he's
I
not a
was gonna
sensitive
bring
guy.
that up.
He don't seem like a sensitive guy.
He seemed like he didn't really like you. Let's put it that way.
Oh, that's fine. You can't talk to people.
I mean,
you
that's
don't
all he
like.
said. That's all he said. It was based off that comment.
Oh,
But
now we're basing things.
there
off
was some oomph to it.
some vitriol.
Little bit. And
Oh,
I think he's a good dude. He seems
I
like a
don't-
good dude. I don't know.
I don't agree with his takes, but I think he's interesting to talk to.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
fun to watch. He's
I
fun.
would say that. Like Mangini, if you're watching, dude, I joke about everything. Like, please, let talk anytime. Why not? I hate that. Ugh.
By the way, one more thing, guys. 30-30.
Oh, get out of here,
Yeah,
Charles. It was good seeing you.
I messaged you.
Wow, that's
I
it?
already
No,
told you.
I was kind leaving him the whole time with the
I
big
told
dogs.
you. I told
Very
you he was going to
kind.
ruin
And
it.
then he went to a card. Oh, I was kind, Charles. I let Mike, Petty, and Gio. That is, that's some status there. That is, and then he went to the card. Damn it.
Trash.
Charles, thank you for calling in. Thanks for being a part
You
of
got
the
to
show.
edit that out when this drops.
Gio, anything I have to bring up on Tuesday between you and SCV, or just anything
no,
you
I
want me
don't-
to bring up?
I don't really know. The only time I saw his stuff is when you were with him and you guys were like rubbing each other's hairy bellies and agreeing on everything. So I'll talk. You know that. I'll talk about
We have
whatever.
a lot of similarities, but
You do.
thoughts. But the problem is that you have experience, age, and you're a decent debater here. You know how to belittle. You know how to put things to the side. You know how to make. Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, I don't even need to debate the guy. I'll talk to anybody. I enjoy that, but
All right, it'll
well.
be fun. Gio, thank you for calling in. I'm looking forward to Tuesday.
sounds good, buddy.
Have a great weekend. Bye.
All right, man. See ya.
Holy hell, are you kidding me? I was a listener tonight. I didn't have to say nothing. I just chilled. A lot of information. Holy cow. We're going on 2 hours. I said I was going to show. I know at this point it's like, do I really need to show all the stuff? So, but it was in the title. So let's give them some love. Give me 1 sec. I mean, we're going 2 more minutes here. It's 2 hours. I was planning on going 40 minutes. Spurs Cards 21 in all the lives and all the commenting on every channel. He has 5,000 subscribers. I mean, it's a most of the people I'm showing you, their content's not for me, not at all. I'd probably rip it apart if they weren't a viewer. I'm not for this. I don't like this. Boombox, da da da. But this dude's everywhere. He's in every live. He's not mine. He's all over the place. You jump into a Jeremy Lee live. You jump into this guy's live. You jump into that live. Everybody knows Spurs Cards 21. He almost won Flippin' Steve's. He should have won Flippin' Steve's contest to go to the National for free. Anyways, who else we got? Hobby Palooza. I looked up. Off to check that out. Sports Card Queen called last week. She's going to call your last show. She's going to call October 4th. Her camera will be on. I think she's going to have a lot to spew and say. Be very interesting. What else? We got the carddeal.com's here almost every show, but he hasn't made a video in 7 months. I have a this isn't common. I think this will be very good. He still loves cards. He's still here. He's still in it. I see that becoming a thing. Who else we got? And that, I think that's all I had picked out for tonight. Maybe I was going to ask you guys, but the show went a way different direction than I thought. Orlando, thank you so much. Oh, did I not show Orlando's? Where's Orlando's? Why is he not up there? I had definitely had him up there at one point. A collector's, not crest. There he is, a collector's dream. Definitely highlight Orlando. Thank you so much for calling in. I also hope we can have, you could call in one night where I'd love to have a one-on-one with Petty, whether it's an interview or on here. I'd love to have a one. There's a lot of knowledge from both those men. As I was listening, one is more brash about it, and we love him for that, is Petty, and the other's a little more level-headed about it, and we love him for that. And I'd love to talk to both. There's a lot of, not just card knowledge, life knowledge, some wisdom there. And hey, man, they say the best thing in life, or one of the key things is having someone, a mentor, listen to people. So, yes, I agree with Petty on that aspect. Listen to the people who have done it. Thanks for being here, guys. Check out Orlando's channel. I'm subscribed. Check out, he likes the vintage stuff. Not sure if it's for everyone. He's closing in on 4,000 subscribers. Guys, thanks again for calling in. We'll do it again Tuesday. Tuesday is Geo, SCV Sports Cards, myself. It'll be fun. We'll get dirty. Have a great night. Thanks for being here. Really, thanks for being here. I enjoyed it a bunch. Have a great night. Ending the stream here.